a get, man. What a song. I tried to see these guys live one time, and that's Dropkick Murphys, by the way. I tried to see them live at Riot Fest 2015. And the guys, apparently they couldn't get adjusted to the cloud differences because the mountains are so high there. They were hammered. And so they were practicing, and they kept playing the wrong song. So there's like fucking 10 of them in a band like that.
Yeah, they're like the fucking Mick Limp Bizkit. I'm sorry, Linkin Park. You know what I mean? There's 15 members playing 18 different instruments.
That's insane to me, man. Before I started doing comedy, I always wanted to do punk rock band because I could kind of sing the lyrics somewhat, and I just thought it would be fun as fuck. I could never get four guys together, no matter what I did. So I was finally like, you know what? I guess I'll do comedy.
It's hard enough to get four guys together on a podcast, you know.
Yeah, really. It's a lot of you sending out group text, and you'll have one guy want to text you one-on-one. It's like, can we just hop on? We're not in studio here.
Yeah, cut the shit, man. You click record and let's fucking go.
It's crazy. Yeah, let's fucking go. I'm down here in Texas. Everyone wants to do brunch, on a Sunday. I mean, how gay is that? It's gay enough for me to admit it. You think brunch is gay? Like, I don't know what to think about it,
Dude, I swear on my son's life, I've been to brunch 0 times.
I love
my idea, a chick's idea, 0 times. I'm happy to claim that. I think it is the gayest shit you can do.
So what if you're with a girl, like you guys just start seeing each other, and it's like it's Sunday, you have nothing else to do, you're up early, you got nothing in the fridge, and she says, look, I want to go to this brunch, but you tell her, you say, look, we're not going to count it as brunch, we're just going to lunch an hour early. I mean, is that still considered, or
it's still brunch? It's still brunch, dude. You should just do breakfast or lunch. But I will give a pass to a dude who does it for a chick, for sure.
Okay, yeah. So if you're doing it for now, this is different though. Now, if you're married, she should already know that you don't do brunch, right?
Oh, my wife knows I don't do brunch.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's like, oh, fuck. If I ask my wife, hey, babe, you want to go to brunch? She'd be like, what are you, gay?
She'd be like, here's the divorce papers, sign
it.
Yeah,
exactly. Well, she doesn't have a Boston accent because she's from Arizona, but
right.
Close. You're close.
I love how I just assume. So your wife's from Arizona, huh? I used to know some people from Arizona. Where at Tucson or
PHX, baby, Phoenix.
Phoenix, damn, dude. Phoenix is a dangerous place, man. People think Texas is run with danger, with tunnels and shit from the drug smugglers, but Phoenix is where it's at, bro.
I lived there for 4 years, man. No fucking joke.
Yeah,
that's how I met her. It was down there.
Some of those areas down there, not only is it too fucking hot to do anything, because there's a dry heat there. It's not like Texas where it's humid. Where
you guys get like our summer, but a little more intense. Like New England is fucking muggy and hot in the summer, and then freezing in the winter. Down there, it's hot as fuck. But like if it's over 105, it's like whatever. It might as well be 120. It's the same shit.
Yeah, I mean in Phoenix, like in East Texas, it's the same thing as up there. It's wet and muggy all the time.
That sucks.
Like so it's like you walk out. You might as well just not even dry off after your shower. Just walk out.
Dude, 100%. The same thing in Florida. Like you shower in the hotel when I go to Lauderdale, and I'm like, why did I even bother?
Why the fuck did I even shower? You know what? I just smell like shit anyways.
Exactly.
Phoenix is cool like that though, because it's a dry heat. So like I said, if it's 100 degrees in Phoenix,
it feels like 80. It's like 80
it's like 80 here. Right.
Yep. Yeah. 100%, dude. And the thing is, if you're not in the sun, you're good because there's no humidity in the air. If you're in the shade, you're fine.
I got the whitest skin. I just burn. I'm just crispy.
That's tough. That's tough. See, I get real brown. So that's Sicilian blood. I'm sure most of the fans have seen True Romance. We don't have to get into the scene.
we don't have to get direct. You ever get a real bad sunburn?
The only sunburn that's memorable in my life is when I went deep sea fishing in Key West. And
you'll get burned out there. What big white boat?
Fucking torch, dude. We were out all day. And I came home, I passed out because we started at like 4 a.m. or whatever. I got seasick as fuck, dude. That's the most seasick I've ever been. Wow. They're like, the wave's gonna be like 2 to 4, and then it's like 6
That's a lot. That's a lot for a boat like that too.
Yeah, it's like 6 to 8 when we go out there. So the thing's like fucking.
Was it a center console or more like the yacht style?
It was like a center console with an underneath. Like I go, Dad, I'm gonna go lay down underneath. He's like, that's the worst thing.
That's the worst fucking idea you can have.
30 seconds after I laid down, I was shitting and puking into that. You know that little plastic toilet they have on boats?
Yeah, the little head.
I filled it within 3 seconds.
It goes directly in the tank.
Ugh. Yeah. So we get back into the what's it called? The Intercoastal, I think, in Florida.
Yeah.
And my dad's like, all right, dude, here's a hose. Fucking clean it out. So then I had to clean out my shit and puke. Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, that's the worst too. Because the
bad
seasickness
sunburn.
is weird because it's not like a normal sickness where things can cure it. You're not curing that. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
No fucking way. They go look at the horizon. I'm like, that's not doing dick, dude.
Yeah, it's like, well, I feel sick. I don't feel like looking anywhere right now.
Yeah,
Honestly, puking makes me feel
green,
better.
dude. I'm not red with the sunburn. I'm now green. You know?
Yeah. What if that would make for an interesting tan?
I know, right?
I get burnt every time I go outside, man. When I was still drinking, I was at my sister's one day and I decided to wake up and do Jaeger bombs. And I had about 4 or 5 of those. Yeah. I went across town to my dad's house and I got on a pool float, but I had sunglasses on. So my dad thought I was just chilling, like, soaking up the sun. 3 or 4 hours went by. I was asleep the whole fucking time. He just let me lay out there.
Torched.
Dude, torched.
One side, too.
Yeah, exactly. The whole stomach. I'm going to cut out the face of me and upload it. I mean,
it would look like you looked like your mask because you had the white eyes. From
That's exactly what it was. Yeah. It was funny because there's like a little white line going across my stomach where I had a
Dude, I get that too from when I sit down outside.
Yeah.
Tan. I mean, I'm not fat by any means, but that one roll and then I have a white line. You know what I mean?
It's just the worst too because if you go back to the pool within that week, you're going to get clowned. And there's not a damn thing you could do about it because you should feel like a clown if you get fucking sunburned like that.
I know, but dude, I mean, you know where I'm from. It's 90% mix here, dude. I'm half myself. I just didn't get the pale skin.
Yeah.
You know.
And at the time I was working with some Hispanic guys. I was working on a construction crew and I was the only dude that spoke English. So when I showed up with that fucking sunburn the next day, I mean, when they're making fun of you, like they're already making fun of you the days coming to that. But this was even worse because I could barely bend over to dig fucking sand out of the trench. And they're just laughing and snickering. I'm like,
all you hear is like, da-da-da-da, Blanco,
da-da-da-da,
gringo. You're talking shit. What the fuck?
Oh, soquero, oh, gringo.
He's 2 words.
El rojo. Like, oh, he's red. I'm like, you fucks. Like, give me the keys to the machine. Let me drive.
Let me see some papers, dude. You want to talk shit about my son?
Yeah. Let me see those papers. You know what? The color's a little off. Well, they're not actually green. They're purple. I don't care. They call it a green card for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't stand it.
Back to Jaeger bombs. I was a huge Jaeger bomb guy when I was.
How did you make them before I interrupt?
So I used to just do like solo cup Red Bull.
Okay.
Shot of Jaeger. But I was going to go into, have you done a reverse Jaeger bomb?
What's that?
It's a full solo of Jaeger with a shot of Red Bull.
But now here's the thing. You still drink, and I try to tell people that still drink to do this. Only a few people have agreed with me. The original Jaeger bomb is made with beer. And I'm telling you right now, Paul,
heard this.
It's 10 times as good. I drank the Red Bull Jaeger bombs for years till I found out about this. I tried it myself in my kitchen. And then I looked up online, like, why isn't this a thing? And it was like, no, this is the original Jaeger bomb.
Yeah.
Do it with beer. It's fucking delicious, man.
It's an Irish cop bomb, but it's like it's like a Nazi cop bomb.
Yeah, and when you drop it in the glass, it forms better. It's like, why would anybody do this with Red Bull? I would generally think it's just for, at the bar, like, oh, I want to wake up some, but Jaeger's putting you on your fucking ass anyway. That shit always puts me to sleep.
Dude, that shit, that was Blackout City, Phil, for like 3-4 years. We had the machine. My buddy, it was when we were like 18 through 21. It was me and 3 of my best friends. We lived in a house in West Roxbury in Boston, and one of my best friend's girls got him the machine. You know what I'm talking about, at the bar?
Where you could pour it up.
3 or 4, I forget how many 750s. And by the time we moved out after 3 years, we went to go pour our last shot of Jaeger, and like 20 ants came out in the shot glass. They started living in there.
Just so much sugar.
Oh, so gross.
You know, that shit was actually, I think at one point it was illegal in Louisiana. The deer's blood. Yeah, because it wasn't officially a certain type of liquor. It was its own thing. So they wouldn't, because there was a lot of bad stories about people like us. If it not a real liquor, they're like, oh, I can have as much as I want of this and drive around. So people used to get fucked up off the deer's blood down here, and it was.
Fuck is thinking that other than the South? Like, technically it's not liquor.
Well, it's not a vodka. It's not a tequila. You know what? I'm gonna drink some of this deer's blood when I get pulled over.
Licorice juice.
Hey, it's just licorice. You know what? The doctor said it kind of cures the cough in a way. Oh shit.
That's fucking nuts. It's all this crazy with their dry counties.
It is. Do you know that Louisiana was also the last state to make it 21 to drink? You know why they had to?
The highway funding, right?
Yeah, the federal government said, fuck you. But their highways still suck.
You know what started up here? It was because kids were going from Massachusetts to either New Hampshire, because Massachusetts was one of the first to do 21.
Okay.
And then New Hampshire, Rhode Island, it's basically like New England's 1/5 of Texas. And it's, what, 5, 6 states. I don't even know.
Right.
But so, you know, kids would just cross the border, this 18 driving shit-faced 100 miles, and all these DUI, you know, car accidents, deaths, whatever, homicides are happening. So I think it was Reagan, right? Who was like, listen, if you don't do 21.
Yeah, it was part of that whole drugs against, what did they call it? DARE?
On drugs.
They called it DARE, DARE. It was an acronym for something.
Oh, was DARE around in the 80s?
Yeah, Reagan's wife started it, I think.
Nancy Reagan started it? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just remember the fucking lion and some fucking dumb Boston cop would come into the school and be like, don't
That's what I was
smoke
going to say. Yeah, when I was growing up, it was a guy,
You know?
it was like a carny guy, and he comes in and tells us how fucked up he got off drugs. But me and my friends were laughing because we were already smoking weed. We're like, this guy's high as a fucking kite.
Thing. Yeah, we're 13. We're like, buddy, we've already started. The ball's already rolling.
And we're like, the guy that's talking, he looks high. It's like, dude, he was just hitting a fucking bong before he got in here.
Did you guys have a cop? Or did you have just junkies come?
Well, by the time I was coming through school, we had an official cop at the school because of the shootings.
Yep.
You know, it was wild.
Not because of the shootings, just because it's all the degenerates that went.
That too, yeah. But it was just it felt safer until I figured out the guy was kind of a pussy, and so I was like, well, why do we even have this guy here? He was even creepy because he was hitting on chicks. It's like, come on, man, relax.
Yeah, you don't get the school cop gig if you're fucking Serpico. You know what I mean? You got to be like the low class cop to get.
Yeah. God, these motherfuckers.
Jesus, Ski Mask.
Dude, I hate. No, I mean, here's the thing. Like I tell people this all the time. They add me these fucking group chats that don't have anything to do with me. It's like, I don't need to be in this. What are you doing? Just
you think they should make a law that says it's like rape if someone adds you to a group chat?
I think they should make a law where no matter what kind of group chat it is, it requests verification so I can click yes or no whether I want to be in that group chat or not.
Yeah, listen to that thing, dude.
I mean, dude, this is insanity.
It's popular, bro. People love this show.
I mean, yeah, it is. It's a lot. I wish I could dish out like some of the, work to be put into the show. It's just like, man, you don't know how to do that, or if anybody would want to. It's hard enough getting a text back. You know what I mean? It's fucked.
Yeah, yeah, man. But the new age people don't even. I mean, dude, do you remember in the '90s or the early 2000s, you get a phone call on your home phone? It was like Christmas.
Great. Yeah, it was awesome.
Now my phone goes off. I'm like, what the fuck do you want?
Exactly,
you know what I'm saying?
And it always
some people take it too far. Have some respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it won't exactly, because it won't happen when I'm laying on the couch jacking off. It'll happen when I'm at work, or
you're on a ladder somewhere, fucking 20 and it's
and not only that, you'll start getting the other notifications, so it's a different sound. You're like bong bong. It's like, okay, that's Facebook.
Yeah.
Whatever other ones they make like a fucking ka-ching. It's like, oh, you got to pay this bill. I'm like, could you motherfuckers wait till 5 p.m.?
Yeah. Leave me alone, dude.
And then some will wait till 5 p.m. and I'll be live on the show or doing this thing, and then it's ding, ding, ding. Come on, man, relax, will you?
Exactly.
The whole respect thing.
Yeah, man, that's fucked up, dude. If you text someone and they don't text you back, like, you're just a chick at that point. If it's a girl, I'd expect it. I've been married for a couple of years. We were together 2 years before that, but I haven't been in the dating game a while. But if it's a dude, like a buddy of yours, like, get fucked.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't. What are you doing getting angry at them? So
or at least text me back 8 hours later and go like, "Hey, sorry, I was fucked up."
You don't just fucking disappear. Especially if it has something to do with like not necessarily a club. That sounds pretty gay. But like even say like a podcast.
Boy Scouts.
Yeah, you're like, hey man, you gotta be here, and you just don't get a text back. It's like, what the fuck is this? Like, do you want a show or not? So I don't know.
What were you saying though? Sorry to interrupt you, bud.
No, you're good. No, it's just the whole text message. I was gonna ask you. So what do you go about like if a dude texts your wife like out of nowhere, and but how does it like? I don't even know how he would get her number. But say that situation occurred where it's a guy and he's like asking your wife, like, even if it's something like, hey, what's up? Or where do you draw the line? I guess that's what I'm trying to ask.
So my wife, obviously, if you have a chick and she's on any kind of social media, it's your girlfriend or your wife, they're going to get 8 billion likes.
Every time they make a post. Absolutely.
Every time, right?
Yeah, you got to know that going into it.
That's fucking water under the bridge.
Yeah.
However, it's funny you bring that up. Very recently, probably like a week ago, there was this, my wife's a manager at a store. And one of her employees that no longer works there is like this autistic black kid who's like, so my wife's 29. He's probably like 24. Like he's not young. Like he's old enough, right? But he's a retard. So I never fucking made any advances on her. Never said a word about any of this, that, and the other. Out of nowhere, he messages her on like Facebook or Instagram.
Well, he found her. Did she ever give out her plugs, or did he just find her?
No, like they were friends because they were coworkers.
Okay,
like on Facebook or one of the two. One of the two. So he messaged her out of fucking nowhere. This kid hasn't worked there for months. They haven't talked, this, that, and the other. And he's like, hey, we need to talk. And she's like, what? And he's like, I don't know, what exactly he was saying, but he was basically like, I thought we had something.
Oh my God.
Dude, so I'm dead serious. Don't act like we didn't, da-da-da-da. So she's like, look at this shit. She shows me. So I'm like, keep it going. Cause I want to play it out.
I mean, that's fun with him.
So she's just like, like she's not playing into it, like leading him on. She's like, what are you talking about? Da-da-da-da. And it just kept going. Story here. Yeah. It just kept going and going and going and going. And fuck, dude, it's going to bother me. He said something.
Let me throw those legs up.
He said something like, babe, what did dude say to you when I messaged him back? And basically parroted what he said. I was like, I'm going to come to Norwood and what you? Entertain you, re-educate. What the fuck was it?
Educate. You're going to do some learning.
Okay, thank God she's home now. So he goes, please. So he goes, let me articulate myself, Mrs. Fenz. That's not what I meant. And then I hopped on. I was like, that's enough. And I go, hey, this is Paul. Please stop messaging my wife with this weird shit, or I'm going to come to Norwood, is where he lives, in Massachusetts, and articulate myself.
Okay, I
didn't want it to be a threat on record, and then it was radio silence from there.
So so first move you did when you had to get involved was say, or I'm going to come. Like, did you not just say like,
well, hey, I let it go on until.
Yeah, he had to have known I hate how guys when they're like,
think you're never gonna see it.
Exactly. They're like, you know what? I'm gonna send a message to his girlfriend. He's never gonna know. Why would she tell him? She's not gonna. Dude, if someone's dating, they're sharing everything. So of course they're gonna tell.
Exactly, dude. Yeah. And imagine being married, bro. So
that's what. That's like exactly.
She's doing her makeup and I'm shitting next to her. Like, there's no boundaries.
Hey, babe, when did we have corn?
Yeah, babe, did you make corn last night? Yeah, there was never any boundaries with this. We hit it off so fucking quick, dude. I moved her in like 2 days after we met. You know what I mean? Like, I just knew immediately this.
That's awesome.
Me, you know what I mean? So that's the only reason I'm married and have a kid with her. But it's different if you're dating, I guess, because guys are going to be hitting her up. Actually, no, it isn't.
I don't think so at all. Because dating...
it's not. I rescind that. Here's where I draw the line. And it's like when it gets too weird. If guys are just like, hey, what's up, sweetheart? Da-da-da-da, like, that's going to happen. If you fucking want to fight every one of those dudes and message them back, you're going to drive
that's
yourself
different. Now, I guess where I would draw the line would be is if they know that you know, right?
Yes.
If they know that you know that they're messaging them, that's a problem. They should shut it down right then.
He didn't. I don't know if he he knows we're married, so that's first and foremost. Maybe he thought he could pull a fast one, and my wife wasn't who she is, I guess he's shooting his shot.
I wonder what he was trying to articulate.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, let me articulate myself. But what's the craziest thing is like he never said one word in person. Just acted like they had this whole relationship in his head. Like, but it got to the point where the messages got weirder and weirder and weirder.
Yeah.
I go, give me the fucking phone, send, and then radio.
Yeah, because once you sleep on it a few times and it's still going on, it's like, okay, this is a problem. Like if it's
this
one or two nights,
one few hour thing, and I was like, I don't give a fuck, because my wife can handle herself. She's fuck you, leave me alone, da 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 da. But when it gets weird like that, I'm like, nah, dude, just cut the shit.
Yeah, can we fucking stop?
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I those guys in hot sauce. Pouring hot sauce right in their fucking eyes. Just here you go.
Or right in his urethra.
That used to happen when I was a kid. My mom wouldn't do the whole bar of soap. She would keep a hot ass bottle of hot sauce around. And if I said fuck or something like that, that's what she would wash my mouth with this hot sauce. I mean, it's a way better idea than soap. I mean, soap, it's like, all right, it's bland, whatever. Some hot sauce, it's fucking painful as a child.
That'll fuck your shit up as a kid, too. Like, I mean, that's such a Texan thing to do, too.
Yeah, no. That's why I'm able to handle, like, some of the Silk City stuff, like the Killer. I could just drink it. And people are like, how the fuck? I'm like, but it is delicious, man. You got to try that shit. I'm
going to have to, man. No, I don't have any yet. I've heard you plug it a bunch of times. I know he's one of your sponsors. Shout out Silk City. I'm sure they got great shit.
I've seen
Tom Dioria posting about it today on Twitter.
He ordered a case the other day talking about it.
Yeah.
Right. I put one in my table here. I mean, they're just great dudes, man. They support all the podcasts and stuff. So go get you a case. I wouldn't be plugging them. Look, I'm not one of those guys who's going to be talking about on it. Fucking protein powder. Look, I don't work out obviously yet anymore. So why would I plug a fucking protein powder? I know my audience probably doesn't work out, but everybody loves hot sauce. And plus they got like fucking 8 flavors out right now.
Yeah.
And they're coming out with a new one that I won't break the news on. I'll let them do that.
Yeah.
It's fucking delicious, man.
Where are they out of, dude? New York?
They're out of fucking not West Virginia. I'm gonna feel like an asshole if I forget. It's a small place
Sorry
up
for
there.
asking you.
It's not Rhode Island.
Connecticut, Maryland, Delaware.
Could be Delaware. You know what? I may
One
have
of
to
those.
just fucking look. I'm gonna look it up right now because it's gonna.
Man, I feel like a dickhead. I stumped the
No,
host,
don't,
dude.
because I should know this off my fucking the top of my head. I just write it down. No, let me see here, because I forget every time I have to mail them something, because it's located in a place where no one else is, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Once I'm gonna say it, and then like half the fans are like, "Listen, asshole, fucking rent's here's cheap." No, but I wanna, when I move up there next month, breaking
Vermont.
news.
They're from Vermont.
Month.
I googled
Yes.
Just north of Massachusetts. Good old
I don't
New
know
England
why
boys.
I never think about that state. Like I think about
Because
Rhode
it's a
Island before I
shithole.
think about.
It's not a shithole, but it's like a forgotten state. They got Bernie Sanders, the Teddy Bear Factory, and Silk City Hot Sauce.
Teddy Bear Factory. What is that?
It's you never heard of? Yeah, exactly. You're not from up here. You might hear about it when you're up here. They have like a big teddy bear factory up.
Is that where all the big ones for like Valentine's Day come from?
I don't even know, dude. I've never even.
Don't you
I think
feel
I went
like
there once as a kid. And that was it.
Don't you feel like chicks who receive a teddy bear that's larger than them, like they can't like that, right? There's no way they like that.
If they do, their father never went to a ballet practice. Let's
Okay,
just say that much.
That makes a lot of sense,
Right?
but even like say for you, would you order your wife flowers while she's at work on Valentine's Day? You feel like an asshole. You're ambushing her, right?
Absolutely. My wife doesn't want that. She doesn't want any of that shit, nor do I, dude. We're on the same page.
I work in a building with a lot of people, and it's funny because I kind of work all over the place in that building.
Yeah.
So I'll walk by on Valentine's Day and I just see these women who would have already left work at this point, waiting for their flowers to be delivered. It's like, so the flower guy's late. It's like now the guy feels like an asshole, but he doesn't, because he doesn't know that she's waiting. She's probably making up a lie. So
and that's
same thing with a teddy bear. Imagine delivering that to a fucking place of business. Oof.
Dude, at the dealership, there was like, all the broads worked in the office upstairs, same exact thing. You'd see flowers get delivered, and it's like, oh, who got flowers? And it's literally just to show like Brenda in accounting that like your husband likes you more or whatever. You know what I mean? It's all a show. Lady
listeners, let us know if you like that or not. It can't. I've never met one who's received that in public like it. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing to them because first off, they don't like getting called out. No one does at work. People just want to be left the fuck alone.
Yeah, dude, you don't want to draw any attention to yourself.
Oh, those are so pretty. Oh my God, you're such a lucky lady. Like, ugh.
And they have to do that. The other chicks have to go.
Of course,
oh my
God. Of course.
And then
they can't not.
They're like, fuck that cunt. I wish
my husband's not sitting.
My boyfriend fucking doesn't do shit.
I get home and I gotta do the fucking dishes.
See, now the guy who sends the flowers of the teddy bear. Now, not me, but the average Joe who has like an average chick who actually likes that shit, who's into it. The guy who sends it to his girl is fucking over all the other guys whose girls work there. Does that make sense?
I don't think so at all. But
you don't think they're more jealous?
No. I think the guys who are waiting at the house that have already been doing shit all year long that don't feel the need to do something like that. They don't feel the need to fucking send a teddy bear on Valentine's Day. Who the fuck does that?
You know who does that, dude? Fucking when you're a teenager and you're dating. Yeah. That's what you think.
Yeah, you bring it to high school, then all your friends can call you a fag in gym class.
Oh, dude, I remember when I was in second or third grade, I had the biggest crush on this chick who's now used to be the hottest chick all throughout school, elementary, middle school, high school. Now she's a 400-pound whale, which is very fitting.
Great, good.
Anywho, huge crush on her, just like everyone else. I bought her I'm in second or third grade. I got her the teddy bear, the fucking chocolates, the Valentine, all that shit, Valentine's Day. And she just looked at it and was like, thanks, and fucking tossed it. And I was crushed, dude.
Now she would kill for a box of chocolate.
Now she would kill just to fucking get my phone number. This fucking
I got diabetes. They quit serving me chocolate a couple of years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe I kickstarted it with those chocolates.
Yeah, right. Yeah, now she's getting a toe removed because of you.
He lost the foot because of his second grade.
I love that. That's the best feeling ever. Like now, same thing. There's chicks in high school who I would try to hit after every now and then in my inbox these days. And I'm like, no, thanks. I'm not even responding. Look, you popped out 3 or 4 kids.
Negative. You blew me off when I was 10. Fuck you. I still hold a grudge.
Yes,
I'm almost 30.
Yeah, I had a massive overbite back then, but now I don't. Skinny, big piece.
I got a retainer, you fat bitch.
What'd you do? Get plugged by a gentleman you didn't like?
This chick doesn't even have kids. She just got fat. She still got a pretty face, but but
nobody will fuck her.
Exactly. Yeah, she's with some dude, and she keeps getting fatter by the day. She's like the Willy Wonka broad.
God damn. Fucking Willy Wonka, bro. Speaking of which, you work out, Paul?
Negative.
I'm thinking about getting back into it, but it's so gay, dude. It's so
fucking
much.
gay.
It's too much, man. Like, I can't. Like, if I work out, I'm not gonna let anyone know. I'm just gonna
that too.
pop
Please
on the show and look
yourself.
like I've been working out. And if people ask me about it, I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
What is up with people going out and posting photos from the gym and selfies and shit? Like, I'm still gonna smoke cigs, right?
Yeah.
It works that way. I know it does
Easily.
because I used to work out, you know, and I would smoke a lot of cigarettes at the same time.
Yeah, well, the last time I worked out was a decade ago, senior year of high school, playing high school sports, you know, when you had to lift and run and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was, you know, smoking cigarettes for like 4 or 5 years at that point.
But if I'm smoking a cigarette outside the gym, I don't need someone coming up to me and saying, "Hey, I can help you with your regimen. Here's a diet plan. Look, bitch, I know how to exercise, right?"
Yeah, get the fuck out of my face, Ronnie from Jersey Shore. You fucking it's the same people who take pictures of their food at a restaurant. Why do you have to show people that?
You ever been out with a chick and she takes a picture of the food?
My wife will take pictures of her own cooking.
Okay, but that's different. That's different. Yes.
But she's never taken a picture at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Maybe other chicks. I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah. I've had a chick do it to be funny about it. Like, check this out. You know, what the fuck is this? But not to post like, oh my God, I'm so hungry. This is great.
Oh my God, pizza. So fucking good.
So first date, he took me to an Italian restaurant. It's so good. Like, bitch, it's not that good when East Texas. Like, relax.
Yeah, she's taking a picture.
Calm down.
2 for $20 at Applebee's.
Yeah. It's like, listen, you don't want to know what goes on in that kitchen after 2 p.m., okay? There's rats.
Exactly. Yeah.
Size of golf balls. Actually, I was at Applebee's the night I got my DWI.
My dad fucking runs an Applebee's now. He used to own his own. He used to own his own restaurant. He retired for a decade, and then he got bored and kind of pissed through some of his money that he saved. He still got plenty, but he's like, I'm gonna go back to work.
You don't have to talk about this, but does he treat it like he did his own restaurant, or does he kind of more relaxed?
No, he's diehard. He's
really
he's such a cocksucker. He's like a great, but it's actually, I mean, not bragging, number one Applebee's in the country now that he runs it.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
that's fucking awesome. Because the reason I'm asking, the Applebee's here in town, everybody knows you don't order food there. It's just a place to drink. You don't go there to eat. It's disgusting.
Margarita specials.
Yeah, $1 Rolling Rocks. You know, all that. The night I got arrested, we were chugging $1 Rolling Rocks. We were having a chug competition at the bar, and I drank 18.
Oh, Dallas said that last weekend. Right?
Yeah.
Their last show. Yeah.
And because he was there. He was with me that night.
Yeah.
It was fucked up. I asked the boys if they would like to ride along with me. They said no, thank God. I went to jail.
So, and that's when you quit drinking? Was after
that?
No.
I went on a big 6-month bender after that. Okay. That happened in December 2018. And the day after, boy, I got fucking trashed when I got out of jail. I almost got arrested 2 more times between then and stopping drinking because I would show up at clubs. And there's actually a club I just took a friend of mine to because they're not from Texas.
Yeah.
I was trying to explain to them, like, oh, man, you got to look at this club. There's no bar stools. And they're like, what? What does that mean? I'm like, it's just dancing. Like, it's just a dance floor. So I was like, you're going to have a blast here because we're not going to stop laughing. But it's the same club. Yeah.
Wait till the Cotton Eye Joe comes on, sweetheart.
Exactly.
We're the dance floor.
Yeah, there was this kid dancing out there. We kept calling him the Hat Kid because he would put his ball cap in his mouth and, like, doing all this tango sidestep dancing and then, like, flip the hat around and – I mean, to any country lady, she's gonna be like, "Oh my God, that's hot." But to us, we're just like, "Oh,
dude, I went to Arizona expecting it to be like California, like not surfer bros, but like West Coast, that stuff."
Yeah, it's not.
It might as well be Alabama.
Yeah, you're wearing pearl snaps. I went
up
all
to
that.
When you go out to and of course Toby Keith's, you should know that Toby Keith's. I love this bar. There used to be one in Foxborough. Yeah, closed down. And literally, like, they clear the dance floor, and it's like a synchronized line dance.
That's what it is, man. It's fucked up, and there's no bar stools. But now it was a little bit different with the COVID. They made us sit at tables, and we couldn't go up to the bar to order drinks. We had to get service, and that was a pain in the fucking ass. But but yeah, I guess the whole point of that. I don't even remember. Why were we bringing up that bar? I have no idea. We're just
trying to be entertaining.
I'm just trying to be entertaining for 1 hour only, man. This is fucked up, dude. If I can't make a whole hour, it's crazy. But yeah, it's weird down here. I can't wait to fucking move up that way because
dude, I'm pumped to come up here. What do you got? Like 3 weeks ish?
Yeah, September 15th is the day I'm shooting.
3 weeks, pretty much on the button then.
Yeah, I got a plan to build the studio. I already have a studio desk, and I just gotta refinish it and everything. You're gonna help me out with that.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's gonna be a fucking blast, bro.
2 hours and 19 minutes. That's a quick drive.
That's, you know what? That's quick. Look, I've driven 2 hours and 19 minutes for a sandwich here in Texas. It takes
I know.
it takes 12 hours to get across the whole state.
Texas
I literally did.
Fucking nuts.
I
Dude,
literally like
shit.
2 weekends ago. I drove 2 hours to get a chicken salad sandwich from this one place, the only place that has it.
But that's a good drive. What'd you do?
Was
Throw on a
amazing.
podcast, fucking roll the window down, crank the AC,
smoke some
cigarettes.
fucking cigs, man. Just got to think about some shit.
Chain smoke.
Yeah.
Done.
Just sitting around the house, I'm always getting shit done. I'm not in the shower, I'm just like, oh, what's going on with the show? It's chilling.
Yeah.
Fucking
I'm
gay.
just chilling, dude. Well, that must drive you. You must be going bananas, but that's a good thing. Is like usually dudes who stop drinking or drugs, you got to focus on something, and good thing you're doing it on a productive thing like this show.
Yeah,
you're obsessed with it, but that's a good thing to be obsessed with and channel that addict energy to.
Yeah, right? Yeah, it really is. Because I don't know if I'm obsessed with it because every time I do something, like me and you talked about this before, we become obsessive as addicts or whatnot. I mean, if I explain like I was an addict, I don't know if I was or not, but
whatever.
Yeah, so I got into woodworking first, and I was addicted to that. I still am. But even with the show, I'm like, this is what I have to do. It was kind of like when I was drinking, I was like, I have to have a bottle of vodka or I can't do this.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, this is what I have
funny.
to do.
I can't hit on chicks. I can't have a good time with my boys.
Right, right. I don't want to go out somewhere if I can drink.
Exactly. 100%.
I went to Riot Fest and I made sure I had a fund to drink because the beers were like $10 a piece.
Oh, dude, brutal. Yeah. Damn, Riot Fest. That's bringing me back. They're done with that. I mean, obviously.
They still do it. They still do it.
They do?
They do it in Denver and Chicago now.
Well, there was Riot Fest. What were the other ones?
Vans Warped Tour. That one's done.
And there was a third one, too. There was like Monster Energy drink, fucking Extreme Mayhem.
Now that just sounds like a bunch of Creed and fucking.
A bunch of butt rock, dude.
God, dude. Nickelback. Oh, fags.
Dude, I loved those butt rock bands as a kid. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, look, when the song comes on the radio, my window,
dude, come on now.
My windows are up, and that song comes on. No one's around. No one can see me singing at stoplights. Of course, I'm gonna enjoy the fucking song. But out in public, I'm like, oh, it blows. Holding now, 6 feet from
oh, dude, Creed rocks, bro. Suck my dick.
Yeah,
Nickelback sucks, but Creed rocks, dude.
Right? Creed is good. Creed is great, man.
Yeah, I heard that guy's just homeless, just rolling around. Scott, whatever his name is.
Yeah, but because he had so many options and he chose the wrong ones.
Yeah,
that's what can happen to a show too. What if we chose the wrong options for the show?
It happens to the best of us, dude. But you know what? You make your decisions, you make your bed, and you fucking lie in it.
That's it. Sometimes you gotta try something, and if it don't work, and you can only give it so much time for it not to work. You know what I mean? Exactly. Then you gotta scrap the pile, right? You gotta fucking stay entertaining. You gotta stay relevant.
You gotta stay relevant. You can't burn out. You gotta be entertaining, dude.
I'm telling you, man. If you burn out, it's crazy. It's almost like shooting a big load. It's fucking crazy. Like you shoot a big load, you're like, fuck, I'm done. He's burned out. It's like, wow. People can only take so much, man. They don't want to turn on every show and see the other podcasts that they listen to on that show,
Yeah, man. A podcast talking about a podcast talking about a podcast talking about a podcast.
Like see if I'm if I'm a fan of Kevin Brennan and I like listening to him for him and not necessarily all the guests that he has on, I don't want to hear him on any other shows. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not me. Like I don't want to hear him on any other shows.
Exactly.
I just don't.
And Kevin don't do any other shows.
I would love to hear him on every other fucking show, man. I'm just
dude. Imagine Kevin on Matt and Shane or
that'd be fantastic. I've listened to
it would be insane, but like that's not him. That would be awesome, but that's not him, dude.
There was one appearance he did on Joey Diaz. That's the only one I didn't like.
Yes, I did see that, and it wasn't a good one. But I mean, what's Kevin gonna do when when Joey and the fucking bald Jew are just smoking weed? Kevin's just sitting there like, what am I doing here? You know what I mean? Yeah. I remember that, dude. That was like 3 or 4 years ago.
That was when he did that California, because he also did Kreischer's podcast out there too. But man. Yep.
I remember Bert Kreischer talking about Kevin before I was even like really into him like that.
Yeah.
Him being like the first guy I met in New York, my so-and-so said, you need to talk to Kevin Brennan. I went to high school with him. Do you know the story I'm talking about?
No.
So Bert had a friend or a family member that went to school with Kevin, I'm assuming in Philadelphia. And he was like, oh, Bert, you're going up to New York to be a stand-up? You've got to meet Kevin Brennan. And then so he saw him at the cellar and was like, hey, Kevin, I'm Brennan. He basically was like, typical Kevin.
Right. I mean, Kevin's Kevin, dude. Let's get down to it.
That's why we love him, because he's consistent.
Yes, and I love how the fans they come up with these like conspiracies and shit like that. I was in one of those group chats and I left because there was simply too much going on for me. Nothing important I wanted to even hear about.
I started that.
Oh,
I started that very chat. Well, not me,
exactly.
like me and 10 people. That blew up to like 200 something people at one point. Now it's all the way back down here.
I know. Then I get messages.
And I still love all those people. Shout out to all of them. You know who you are.
You
know I fucking have nothing but love for you. But it's
and that's what I said to the person who messaged me. They're like, it's not a good look that you left this group chat. People are going to start to think that you're conspiring. And I messaged them back. I said, look, any one of you motherfuckers can message me one-on-one. We'll have a conversation. But in group text, I have nothing to add.
Hey, dude, call me. DM, I'll give you my cell phone number. I love all you guys.
Exactly. Yeah, right. Yeah. Here's my house phone number. Here's my email. Matter of fact, here's all 4 of them. Let's talk.
Here's my AOL. Here's my AIM fucking screen name. Dude, hit me up.
I could do not disturb those, which I can a group chat too, but I'm still going to catch myself looking at it. And then when I go back for the 2 days that I missed, I'm like, wow, I've spent an hour and a half reading nothing.
You scroll, like bullshit. Oh, that was funny. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny.
And as a host of a show that people tend to like because they listen to it, and it's not just what I wear. I have a sweater on my fucking face. I get listens without just the video. The videos is there as an extra. People are listening to this thing. They're not.
That's a bonus, you faggots.
Yes.
Remember that.
Yeah. That's just all that was just to get you to turn the show on. And then next thing you knew, you were 40 minutes in and you're like, oh shit, this guy's all right. So now you just listen to the actual audio. Yeah, that'd be funny if they were listening to the audio just for the ski mask, right?
Yeah,
just to see the ski mask. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it? So people are listening to the podcast. I guess they must think it's entertaining.
Well, the good thing is you got more than 12 Patreons, dude. You crushed.
Yeah, I got more than 12, and it's just what do you think about Chad Zumach hiding his numbers and other comics hiding their numbers? I know Chad. He's never really given me a reason why, and I'm a fan of Chad. I like it when he does the show. We've had our run-ins. But now I'm starting to notice other comics that have been on my show and things are hiding their Patreon numbers. Is that a thing? I mean, what is that? Like, just who cares how many fucking patrons you have?
You must be embarrassed at that point.
Dude. Yeah, it's
because it's a default to show your numbers and how much money you're making too. And I understand why you hide the money.
I hide the money personally because
most people do. And then once they find out you can do that, they hide it because you don't want no one to know you fucking.
I don't need anybody knowing the fuck because this is the reason why I hide the money. Because if I complain and I say something like, look, it costs a lot to ship that shirt out, people are like, well, you're making $100 and something from the Patreon. You can ship the shirt out. I'm like, fuck you. The shipping is still a little pricey. Let me find a better option first.
You make $150 a month. You should be
they'll say that publicly on Twitter. It's like, well, thanks.
Canada. Fuck you.
And then people see it who aren't even interested in the fucking Patreon. I'm like, all right, it's none of your fuckers' business. Just add up how many patrons I have and then make a gander, make a guess, and you'll get close from there, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like you charge $3. So let's say you had, let's just round down. Say you have 30. That's at least 90. Some people donate more. And you make an educated guess from there.
Yeah, right. I got patrons that do donate more and big supporters.
Here's the sad part, man. There's these so-called, professional comics who have these Patreons. Dude, I started a Twitch 2 weeks ago, and I feel like a faggot just for saying that I have a Twitch. And I don't
think you should though, because you're a funny dude. So you're most people that started Twitch just started. You like that squeak? My balls haven't dropped. They just started because they're good at video games and people tune in for that. But people are probably tuning in because you're funny. I mean, you're also good too. You're in the NHL fucking championship.
Not bragging.
No
LG World Cup, Team Belgium, Twitch.tv/Fenz1776, first game Sunday. Not bragging. However, I have more fucking dorks paying me, and I love all you guys. If you listen to this, you're the fucking best. Paying me to watch video games that I started 2 weeks ago than these professional lifelong comedians who need to work a fucking day job.
Yeah.
I mean, if that doesn't say something, I'm sorry, bud.
I mean, look, man.
I'm not a comedian.
I get
you know what I mean?
I get it. I get it. If I've been in the business for a long time and I'm a professional, right? And I go out and I write things about being a professional and some asshole comes out of nowhere and he's tripling some picture. And I was look, I get it.
I get it, dude.
I'm gonna hide it.
The old bull wants a piece of the young calf. It's called envy.
It happens, man. Look,
but it's what do they call it? The number one form of flattery.
Yeah,
jealousy.
That's it, right? Yeah. So of course, I mean, it can only come in two forms. It's either positive or negative, and a lot of people would like to choose a negative route instead of being supportive of each other's shows.
Everyone's such a nego fag.
That's fucking stupid, dude. It's like, oh wow,
lift up your boys.
Look, if I wasn't,
why can't we all ascend as friends, as a community, whatever?
You think I would have started the show if I had an annoying voice? I mean, come on. It's fucking good.
I'm grabbing a beer. I'm listening, buddy.
Grab a beer, man. I wish I could say the same thing.
I know, dude.
Grabbing a beer. But look, it's good.
don't drink, but dude, I get it.
No. I mean, I had a friend of mine the other day. He said, "So when you move, are you gonna drink?" I said, "Absolutely fucking not. I'd be right back. I'd be right back here in a month. What the fuck are you talking about, asshole?"
Like, Ma, can I live there? Will I find my own place?
Yeah. The only reason I have success right now, a little bit of success in this, getting people to hide their Patreon numbers, is because I don't drink. Because if I drink, I'm a fucking mess. Yeah, I'm not a piece of shit. I just don't want to do anything but drink. I don't get anything done.
I guess I'm fucked. I'm out of beers. God damn it.
You fucked it. You fucked it. Yeah, it's all right. We don't have too long left. We're only doing 1 hour.
We're only doing 60 minutes exactly.
Yeah, exactly, man. We got to make sure that we're entertaining for 1 hour. We got to be like the pros out there. We got to be entertaining for an hour.
You really got to hone your craft, Ski Mask.
Yes, man. Because I love when I look into my listeners from the analytics app that I keep up with because I'm a professional. Most of the time, I don't look at how long they were listening because I don't have to because they finished the episode. So I must be doing something right. I don't know. I just can't see if people are a fan of somebody that does my show. They can't be a fan of everybody that does my show, but everybody listens to the episode. So it just doesn't. So things aren't adding up.
Well, I'm just gonna say I'll say this and we'll move on from it because it's fucking gay bullshit anyways. But there's one common denominator on every show, dude, and that's you. So
thank you.
That's it.
I mean, look, that's it.
Whether you have a no-name Bostonian piece of white trash like me or fucking, well,
I'll say
Dave
this right now.
Chappelle on the show, if you know what I mean. Like,
I'll say this right now, just to give the people a fucking tease. Over the next course of a month, and the time following thereafter, you're gonna know who this guy is right now. You're gonna know who Paul is. You're gonna know everything about the motherfucker. All right. You're gonna see some creative shit come from this guy, and I'll leave it at that. Now, fans, you guys can take what you want with that and do it, cut it, clip it, tweet it. I don't give a fuck. All right.
Ski Mask Collective forever, dude.
SMC forever. Check out the website too. I put up some new shirts up there. The Tub Club shirt. Now, don't let it freak you out. It's not wrong. Yes, it's listed for $100 because there's only 2 ways to get that shirt. Email me, host@skimaskcollective.com. Set up something for you to call into the show from the tub. Get a free shirt, or you can pay $100 and get the shirt.
Just fucking call him from the tub. Who cares?
Yes.
Stop being bashful, you fucks.
Yeah, you motherfuckers. Funny. Put enough bubbles in there where we just see your face. You just got to be in the tub. I mean, look at Tamburo. He did it from the shower because he didn't have a tub. Fully closed.
Bobby was the man, dude.
He's so funny.
With the door closed with the microphone.
It's so funny how he knew to add that because I would have asked him to. I would have been like, dude, can you just close the door so we know that you're in something? He just knew to do that. I was like,
dude, I feel bad. I don't know if I was talking to you. I think it was like me, you, Stancil, Mead. I think someone else we were talking about. They're like, oh, do you know intern Rob? And I thought it was the other guy. And I was like, oh, that guy's a faggot. I didn't know it was Bobby Tamburo. That guy's the man. You know what I'm talking about? The guy.
You're talking about Drew, right? The guy
Drew, that's his name.
Let me tell you something.
All right, Paul, about.
Have you ever met Drew in real life?
Never met him in real life.
Okay. Let me tell you something. I'm going to admit right now my faults. When I used to call into a fair one, when I used to try to call all those shows,
a fair one.
He was a fucking fag to me. I didn't like the guy. I thought he was an ass. But look, I met him in real life, Paul, and I'm telling you right now, you would like him. You would like him.
Okay, I'll take your word for it, man.
I'm telling you, because I thought the same thing. I walked in the studio, and I was like, oh, there he is. I didn't want to talk to him. After the show, nicest guy in the world. And I came to realize something. The whole time, me calling into those shows, me hearing him butt in on shows, he's just doing his fucking job.
Yeah.
That's it. And he's doing it to the best of his ability.
Yeah. I just knew him as the annoying guy in a fair one in Columbia.
Exactly.
And it was funny because he was almost like a good damn around because like Shane, Tommy, Cumia, Landau would be like, oh, thanks, fucking Drew. You don't think for a second that they would call on him. And I realize this now after meeting him. They wouldn't call on him if they knew that was something, right? Because it caught your attention, didn't it? Oh, this annoying guy, but you knew it. You knew he was behind the scenes and shit. He didn't just sit back there. Cumia would never call on him. Unless it was going to be funny, or in a way, it's going to be something. Yeah. But no, man, outside the studio, we were smoking cigs with him and very supportive of Ski Mask Collective. Oh, that's awesome, man. I feel bad. Drew, if you're listening, I'm sorry.
No, don't feel bad at all because I would have trashed him too if it ever came up in subject. And I
if
would
we
feel
ever
like
meet, dude, I'll buy you a drink.
You will. You'll meet him because I'm sure you'll be tagging along at some point with the business. So let's get it, boy. All right. But yeah, I thought the whole compound crew was awesome to us when we went there.
You're the fucking best.
Very, very different than I expected it to be because I was a fan for so long watching the shows.
Yeah.
Awesome place to go. I left some stickers. Yes, look, they got clowned a little bit because they didn't have the show name. Who cares? You know the face, you know the mask. I mean, come on, let's get real here. We're not doing it.
Dude, I have one on the back of this very laptop that has at Ski Mask in your handwriting on it.
Yeah, because after the fact, I added my own labels, and then I got a shit ton of stickers being delivered tomorrow. So if you hear this, you want stickers, DM me your address, and I'll get those out to you.
Hit him up. The last time it to my house in like 3 days. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, some people it's taken longer. I don't know why. Like I know Victor just got his last week, and I shipped him out probably the same day I sent yours out. Actually, before.
Yeah, I got this a week or two ago, dude. Because you sent it out, I think, after the first time.
How many did I send to you? I can't because you done the show already.
I did, yeah. So this is like my 4th appearance. I think after the first one you sent them, I think you sent me like 4 or 5. Like
okay, yeah.
So one of them you hand wrote Ski Mask Host on it, and the rest were just blank, so I could fill in whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah. Blank with the white label. See, that's what I'm.
Yeah.
But that's also, people are like, you need to add the show name. Why add it in somebody else's shit? Look, I'm gonna send one with my added personal touch to it, and then the rest that I send you guys will have a label. You write what you want. Okay, you want to write at Ski Mask Host?
Like put it in the coolest place with the coolest.
Yeah, I tried. I didn't get a lot of inquiries, and I mean, I get it. People are busy right now. People want to say they're just sitting around. They're not. It's packed. I tried to go out to fucking the store the other day. People are busy. People are out. Yeah. Holy shit! Can you hear that too?
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god,
bro, that's a good thing.
I love it.
Should be blowing up off.
Oh, it's always. I mean, this like if you see my eyes darting, it's just my phone. It's Twitter and all this. No, I have most of the stuff silenced on Twitter. Unless it's a direct shout out.
I have Twitter completely silenced. I got off Twitter for 2 months because like right when the COVID shit really got big, it was mayhem, dude. It was like the Joker movie on Twitter. I'm like, can't handle it. See you later. This is just crapping me the fuck out. So I got off like a month or two, and then I jumped back on because I missed all the boys and the DMs. I miss fucking shout out Soak, Teams to Tim, Stancil, me, all the fucking boys, dude.
Awesome,
you know what I mean?
guys, man.
So I got back on, and I'm like, all right, cool, I'll stay on. And then, being back on the show and seeing other comedians that I like all the Philly guys like Shane and his whole crew, I'm like, all right, I'll stay on this time. And it seems like it's kind of calmed down a little bit.
I wish we could, and I know I sound like a fucking hack loser for saying something like this, but I wish we could start a group chat with some general guidelines. How about this, okay? We'll start it with the boys, just the freshest boys of SMC. We know who you are.
And, you already know your names.
Look, I mean, there's one common denominator in all the little Twitter beefs that I've been in with my show. It's that people sometimes send a message, and by the time I respond, they send another message, and by the time I respond to that, so anyways, I end up with 10 messages to read in a row from a guy. So if you send a message, wait for a response, and then send another message. Isn't that the way it's supposed to work? Like, imagine sending a letter to somebody, okay, and sending another one before you get one back. I get it if 2 or 3 weeks have gone by, but doesn't that make sense in messaging too? Because
100%.
By the time I read 10 messages of 10 different subjects, I'm not thinking about that first message anymore. I'm thinking about the last one you sent. Exactly. Just the way my mind works, and I hope that most people does that way too. Like if a girl texts me that shit, say a girl sends you a picture and a message in the bottom of it. You're only looking at the picture, right?
For sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Fuck the word. She could be like, your dick is small. You're like, thanks for the titty pic.
Yeah. You're like, oh, is it? That's not what you were saying last week.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. I don't know. Where do we go from here? I mean, so Dave Landau canceled again. Look, he's a busy guy. It's nothing personal.
No, Dave Landau's the fucking man.
He's the man.
He's got a family. He's got shit going on, man. He's touring too. He's fucking touring.
Yeah,
still.
He's working.
He's like
he's working. People want to see him.
I've seen a lot of fucking stand-up in my life, dude. I've seen Stanhope, fucking big names like that. I could list them all day. The 2 funniest motherfuckers I've seen live where I cried laughing from start to finish was Landau and Shane Gillis.
Yeah.
And guess who's touring right now? Landau and Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis, of course. Yeah.
They're workers, man. They're fucking funny, dude.
It was 3 days before I got sober. And I'd always messaged Landau, and I've talked about this before, and he would not only message me back, but send me helpful tips, like in a guideline of how to get sober, not how to get sober, but what you need to do in your mind if you want to get sober. First, it's got to start with you. I'm not one of those hacks out there. AA's gay.
It works for some, but
but for me, it's not for me.
Not the end all be all.
Yeah, I got to do it for myself. Right, I couldn't go to a hospital to detox. I detoxed right here on my kitchen floor. And I almost died, and apparently that's one of the most dangerous things you can do because I dated a nurse a few months ago, and she was like, you could have died. And I was like, how? And she explained to me, you could have had this, and I was like, oh shit, I had all those things, and I was detoxing, shaking, trimmers, season out over here and shit. It was a mess. I don't even want to.
Do you have any hallucinations?
Oh fuck yeah, dude. What happens is
you're full DTs then.
Yeah, for the days after, when you go to sleep, this is what I guess a form of them. You'll close your eyes, and then immediately all these colors will start forming, and they'll start popping out at you like this. So you have to open up your eyes. You can't sleep.
Yeah.
Even sleeping pills, same thing. It just starts flashing immediately, and that's what causes the seizures. Is when you try to stay in that, and you're seeing all the lights and shit going on, and then you'll pop into a seize. So that was hell. That's why you can't sleep when you first try. Then what do you think about? Drinking, because you want to go to sleep, or you want to do nothing but sleep.
Yeah, you just that's how you fall back in. Fuck up.
Yes, shut the fuck up. Let's I don't even know why I did it to myself, but I remember it was honestly the most painful thing I've ever done.
You showed me this man showed me the very floor where he withdrew on his kitchen.
It was hell. The only reason I did it on the floor like that, it's tile.
Because I had nice and cold.
I had the AC set to 66 because the first night I detoxed was on my couch, and it was so wet from sweat. I had to go get a carpet cleaner to soak it all out. Oh fuck yeah. Oh yeah.
I always thought that was hilarious that like heroin withdrawals, you could be a fucking 2 gram a day IV user. You ain't gonna die. You're gonna feel like it, but you ain't gonna die. Yeah. But booze will kill you.
Booze will kill you.
Withdrawals. That's always blew my mind.
Yeah, and I didn't know that was I didn't know it was that heavy doing that to myself until they explained to me months later. I was just like, whatever. It was the only way I could. If I went to a hospital and people were like, you need to do this, need to do that, I'd be like calling my friends, hey, can you sneak some Jim Beam in here right now? I need to get fucked up. Jim Beam, what do you want Jim Beam for? You're going to need some vodka in a situation like that. It'll help you sleep a little longer. Oh, you're right. Bring me a 7X Platinum. It's $10 for the 750. It's $20 for the 1.75. Let me tell you something. Get one of each, because one you can sneak in, one you can sneak in double. All right. What about the flask? Well, listen, you might not be able to get through the security scanner. It may buzz. I need you to sneak it in an IV bag. Poke me up. Take the original out. But make sure it looks really nice. Matter of fact, I'll send you a picture of it.
Imagine that IV and vodka. Like you have your buddy come in and do the old switcheroo.
They do that
shit.
Just
like, I'm chilling. You're in detox.
Just
mainlining fucking Rubinoff. Dollar store handles.
It's fucking amazing. Yeah. And seriously, it really is. I think we got about 5 minutes left to wrap up. I think we got 5 minutes left. We could have already done an hour. We could just be riffing right now. I'm stopping it.
We're just riffing the bits, dude.
In the motherfuckers, dudes. I'm not entertaining. Remember, you guys turned this podcast off at 5 minutes.
Yeah, maybe you didn't make it this far, folks, because someone's not very overbearing. But maybe you made it this far, and if you did, congratulations and thank you for your service. Yeah,
mate, I know if I was overbearing as a host, man, it'd just be so much. Look at Howard. He was not overbearing. You got to think Kumia. He's not overbearing at all when he has a guest on it. May not agree with him. It's just crazy. Why anybody would listen to a show like that?
Nope.
You don't want the host. You definitely don't want your host to mitigate and control a room. And even if not, why not the host put himself in uncomfortable situations? Like, let's have 7 people in a room and have chaos, right? I mean, for
that
some reason,
shit's mayhem, dude.
Those shows get a lot of views.
And I fucking love being on a bunch of people, dude, but it's mayhem. It's like chaos. A NASCAR race, dude. We'll be talking about something, and it's like, oh, it's coming around to me. I got a line of saying,
never
goes right by.
It's like a
next subject. And you miss it every time, dude.
It's like the Talladega 500. Only half the cars are making it around the last lap because they're wrecking. You're like, fuck, you know what? I never got to comment on that.
They don't wreck before, and then next subject, and it gets to you, and you're like, fighting. I'm not going to be like, hey, you remember that last thing we were talking about?
Yeah.
Something about that.
That's why I love doing those shows, because not every show's chaos. We'll have fun with those.
They're fun.
They're a blast, and people love them. They love to disengage in that, and they're like, holy shit. They'll pick up on, like you said, you went back to listen to one that you were on. Yeah. And I did too.
I was like, I wanted to cringe. I was like, I don't want to listen to it. And I didn't.
It's so hard, man.
It's terrible. And then you're like, oh, fuck. Actually, I got like, because I was telling you privately that like on Zoom, right now it's not doing it. But when there's 6 faces, green lights on my computer go up around the boxes. So mine wouldn't light up sometimes, and I'm like, "Fuck! Did that even like go through the microphone?" Listen back, and you're like, "Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah, there it is.
It flowed well.
Yeah,
it was good."
The only thing I hate about it, and I'm glad Stancil finally got his audio equipment, and you got some coming too, pretty soon.
Shout out Stancil.
Shout out Stancil. Stancil wants to be a part of the fucking show. Stancil's the best, man.
He's
hilarious.
God, he's funny. And he's a funny fucking dude.
He's fucking
bro,
hilarious, man.
Sure.
And I love how he just beats himself up for not being funny because that makes it even funnier. Because he's got to know he's doing something right. The dude is fucking hilarious, man.
He is, dude. People love that fucking guy, man. And I'm one of them. He's the fucking best.
He is. It's just amazing. So he's got his gear set up. He's going to be ready to talk over some motherfuckers, which I can't wait for.
I can't wait.
That's the only thing I can't stand about the chaos.
Yeah. Exactly like you said.
You know, when you can't talk over. The show I did when I was in Mexico, I didn't bring the right equipment. So I couldn't turn my mic up any. And I kept getting like stepped on as the host, which is hard because when I could turn this mic all the way to fuck up and just be like, yo, and just shut it down. People are like, whoa, you know?
Yeah. Crank it to 11 and break the fucking knob off.
Break the motherfucking knob off right now, and I'll tell you why. You know, it's just like, holy shit, you could just fucking crank. I need to get I'm going to get one of those controller boards too when I move up. And,
like a little mixer.
We're gonna build a studio, Paul. Dude, so what's gonna happen?
Fucking wait, man.
We have other shows in. Shows want to come up, do some shit from the panel. Sure, come on.
Well, that's the thing, man. I mean, me and a good friend of ours were talking about this. Is like regular media as we grew up with it is fucking dead, dude. I mean, the Zoom shit's gay as fuck, and it's gonna be sick, dude. That you're gonna have a studio.
Right. Yeah, you know, people are getting real tired of the Zoom thing, but it seems that everybody's still doing it, right? You know,
everyone's doing it.
Right. People are getting real tired of the Zoom. You know, it's like
how long did Kumi and Landau do it before they realized Corona was fake? I mean, they were doing it from his house for like months.
And I don't even know if it was the fact that Kumi thought it was fake. It was that
no. I'm saying like they didn't go into New York at all.
Like, I know because they couldn't. Like I think if they could have gone to the studio and made it easy, they would have anyways. You know, but at that point they're like, oh, you know, look, it's trying to get on the train. Holy fuck, you know.
I heard it's a disaster there, man. I mean, the people are constantly saying NYC's a shithole, but I heard it's like the end of the Joker movie.
They keep saying that. I had a great time when I went there. I didn't see a lot of panhandlers. I got more here in my town. The streets were clean. I was able to go into McDonald's. Nobody in line. I mean, it was like an express for me. It was like everybody leave town. I'm coming to visit the first time, and I'm getting everything when I want. Bars shutting down at 11. That's fine. I don't drink.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, whatever.
If you did, is Texas one of those states that shuts down early?
We shut down at midnight.
Yeah, here's 2 a.m. I know New York's like 4, right?
Yeah, it's a city that doesn't sleep, apparently.
It's 2 a.m. Yeah.
Except when Como's in office. Cuomo, whatever.
Fucking meatball. Fuck. As a fellow Guinea, I do not fucking endorse him in the least, that fucking fag.
Ugh, what a brutal.
I'm not even from the state, and I hate the guy's guts.
You know? All right, 60 minutes. Thank you.